I used to walk, and I really want to get that started again. Anything bad happened, Dad would say, everything happens for the best, Parizad.
आप exercise regularly करते हो?
जी. She's looking at me like, don't lie, Parizad. And I swear. आपको breakfast table देखना चाहिए कि chia seeds होंगे, ये seeds होगा, juice होगा. He had a moringa soup in the morning. I went, I shot the film, I came back, and I was back with Jabbar Bhai and Hamid Bhai and this Bhai and that Bhai selling my chicken.
Vada pav and cutting
chai. Come on. I mean, come on. You want to make me happy? Like one samosa, my life is set.
Super. We can make you happy today.
No, we don't. No. I want on a mission.
Hi friends, welcome to Nawaz Talkies. Today we have a super special guest, Perizad Zorabian Irani. Actor, model, MC, theatre personality, businesswoman. Perizad पैदा हुई थी Zoroastrian family में, महाराष्ट्र में. Perizad obtained a master's degree in business administration at the Baruch College and also attended the Lee Strasberg Theatre and Film Institute in New York. जब वो वापस आई इंडिया में, वो अपने पिताजी के पोल्ट्री फार्म बिजनेस जोराबियन चिकन में काम करने लगी. 1997 में वो लकी अली के नहीं रखता दिल में कुछ के म्यूजिक वीडियो में फीचर हुई थी. She subsequently played Maya in the TV serial हम परदेसी हो गए. She gained international recognition for her role as Jenny in Subhash Ghai's Joggers Park in 2003. So, Perizad, thank you so much for being on our show.
It's such a pleasure to be on Nawaz.
Absolutely love
with
having
you,
you
someone I've loved and admired deeply.
Thank you. The feeling is mutual. So, शुरुआत से शुरू करते हैं और अंत तक जाते हैं. Firstly, I know you, I know your family.
Yeah.
What did growing up years look like with the family, and more importantly, what did those years leave you feeling?
Growing up with a set of parents who always empowered me, believed in me, allowed me to kind of take on, like do whatever I've wanted with my life and live a full, brave, complete life has just been the most incredible experience ever.
And what a big gift that is.
And it is unbelievable because I have two younger brothers, Saurabh and Shahzad. Never in my entire growing up, kabhi aise tha jahan pe mom and dad would feel that, you know, ladki hai, and would have different rules for me and different rules for my brothers.
वैसा नहीं था?
कभी नहीं था. So I grew up in a home जहाँ पे all three of us were equal. सारे घर के जो you know duties थे या chores थे, हम लोग सब साथ में करते थे.
This is the lovely thing about Parsi families.
I mean, picking up the table to kind of setting the table to picking up the dishes to washing it. I mean, literally, you know. So we would always.
So your brothers would partake in that
completely,
also?
Totally.
बर्तन धोते थे?
Like all three of us, like fully, and even my dad and mom. So all of us would. So because we only had this wonderful lady called Tulsa who handled work with us during the day. So the evening dinners used to always be all of us doing it together. And I think that's one of the greatest things. It was such a great leveler, right? In terms of like to be brought up as an equal. हमारे जब college गई थी और हमारे rules और deadlines होते थे. If mine was 1 a.m., my brother's was 1 a.m. It was the same rule for all of us. And all three of us, I think, were brought up. Okay, my father was, and you know him, larger than life and a self-made man completely. And I was always, as a child, very entrepreneurial. Like I was always, my dad had a small restaurant called Gondola, which had, my dad first began with a bakery, then Gondola. And then I would like organize parties as a little in school with all my neighbors, and then call for food from Gondola, and then charge ticket money and, you know, book a profit. I would make my grandmother crochet hairbands and sell it to Choice Center and Prem Sons on. Not that I needed the money ever. I mean, I was like,
but you can do it.
But
I still love Teaches you to be
running a little
entrepreneurial.
business. I used to have a little cycle shop in my building in summer, and where we used to wash everyone's cycles, and I was so bad. I would have a blue and a white powder and say one is from the US, I'm terrible. But we used to have a little library because we used to have so many books. So,
How lovely.
So growing up was always fun, was free, was brave, was bold, was
This is
grounded.
good, solid Parsi
Yeah,
upbringing.
fully.
Yeah.
With good
I had
thoughts,
the
good
same
words, and good
experience.
deeds. Same, yeah.
I had the same experience with the same tenets, and two brothers as well. And I have to go a step further and say that more than just its equality, and certainly no patriarchy, I almost felt in my family system that there was a matriarchy.
That they were,
That I was
like,
just a little bit more equal than
so
the
you
rest.
speak to my brothers, they'll probably say the same thing as well.
Sure.
That Dad was a little bit more partial to you, Parizad, than he was with us. But it
Do you think that then, this sort of upbringing, do you think that produces different human beings in society with totally different ideologies and tenets and beliefs? And it does.
It does.
It does entirely.
It does. So because when you grow up, not having any fears imbibed in you,
and feeling entirely equal,
and feeling equal, feeling like my parents always said, like, you have to work hard, but if there's anything you kind of put your mind to, you'll be able to achieve it if you work hard. So they never let me shy away from the hard work. My mother never ever overindulged in me. In fact, she was quite strict, you know her. So she was, I mean, I remember when I became an actress, I was allowed to do whatever I wanted. And they always, with trust being a main thing, for every single opportunity they gave me or allowed me to pursue Nawaz, they only had one thing: we trust you, don't let us down. So
that's a big one.
Yeah, that was a big one.
Yeah.
And that just kind of kept me grounded, kept me aware of what choices I wanted to make. And whatever I did, it was always at the back of my head: your parents trust you, don't let them down. And that was a biggie.
Fair enough.
I wish I was a parent like that. I'm so different.
We're all different.
Yeah. I'm not as...
Time and day is different. What's needed is different. Perizad, आप अपने आप को maintain कैसे करते हो? आपको खाने पीने का बहुत शौक तो है, like every good Zoroastrian I know. So, you are a huge self-confessed foodie.
Yes.
And despite loving all the good, bad stuff, you try to maintain a balance and stay healthy in different ways. So, ये आप कैसे करते हो?
मैं आपसे झूठ नहीं बोल सकती हूँ क्योंकि you know me inside out. So, I think because I did ballet for like 12 years and I was always physically active, I was always actually growing up, I was a very skinny child, right? And hyper, never had a weight issue. So I was blessed, and Baban still thinks I'm genetically blessed because, compared to what I eat, he's like, God's on your side entirely. But so I think in the initial years, everything came to me very easy. So I would be at a shoot and I would never be bothering about what I could or couldn't eat, never worried about a diet because I was naturally slim because of my ballet kind of, gifted with a decent body and, so I don't think I ever had any weight issues, as an actress, growing up, never. I think it was after, like, having children.
Youth giveth, but age taketh away.
Yeah. I think after having my kids was the first time I actually put on weight and I had to start losing weight. And I think ever since then, I've had my ups, I've had my downs. And I'm a big foodie. Food mera comfort hai.
Yes.
So, I love my rice. And I love, so when I'm going through a rough time, you can see it physically on my body, right? Because I'll just be eating, right? I just lost my mom. The one thing I promised her is like, I'm going to get my shit together and kind of, get my health back.
We just want the best for us, whether they're here or abroad.
Exactly. So how do I take care of my fitness? I think right now because I'm growing older, I've got, my cortisol, my insulin, there's everything going out of whack. I think the desire to take care of myself is much stronger now. Like, I'm not as committed and sorted, as you are, but I am being conscious about what I eat. I'm trying to exercise
regularly करते हो?
जी. She's looking at me, she's like, don't lie, Parizad. And I swear, yes. In fact, I even exercised today.
What do you do?
Yes, so I lift weights because that's what I enjoy doing. and I listen to this loud 80s and 70s music, and it's like Eye of the Tiger, and I think I do kind of, I'm not a bit hyper, मैं बहुत hyper हूँ, and I think my stress levels are very high, so the only way to kind of do it, people say yoga करना चाहिए, but I enjoy myself
No,
in
it
the
depends
gym.
on what you
I
enjoy and what
myself
works
in
for
the
you.
gym, and I used to walk, and I really want to get that started again.
So, do you inculcate nutritional values and the importance of staying fit and active in your Gen Next?
I'm married to a man who's extremely healthy and who's extremely disciplined. मेरे पति ममन आपको ब्रेकफास्ट टेबल देखना चाहिए कि चिया सीड्स होंगे, ये सीड्स होगा, juice होगा, he has a moringa soup in the morning. So I can't compare my health to his because he's extremely disciplined. I think in terms of health for the Gen Next, I think my children learn more from him than they learn with me. They know mummy के साथ सेब पूरी खा सकते हैं.
In this case, that might be good.
Yeah. They know mummy के साथ सेब पूरी खा सकते हैं. Maman will never do that.
Right.
Maman's the far more disciplined person.
Yeah.
But they know mummy's also taking care of herself. So Maman keeps telling me, children watch you. So be aware of the example you're setting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We worry that our children don't listen to us, but we need to be much more worried that they're watching us very closely.
Yeah. So I think food is my weakness, Navaz, and I really, for me to exercise control over food is like exercising control over myself.
Yeah.
And that's something I struggle with, and I really like. Right now, I'm proud of myself, but there have been times I've let myself down.
Don't worry, it's a Parsi thing, and then added to it is the Irani thing. So don't worry.
So it's
Hota hai.
good girl of late.
Yeah. You've been through some storms in your life, Perizad, even at work, even personally. What anchors you at these times?
What keeps me going, is love, right? Just love and positivity and happipiness. That is an energy giver. So whether it's working with my team and it's just in the environment I'm surrounded with, whether it was when I was acting or wherever I am, right? I just want to be around positivity and happiness. With that, on your side, then you can kind of tide the ups, the downs, everything, right? And I was blessed to have the most amazing parents, who kind of anything bad happened, Dad would say, everything happens for the best, Parizad.
So in Gujarati they say, "Je buru thai, te bhi bhala ne kaj hai."
Exactly.
Whatever bad happens also happens for a good reason.
Yes, exactly. In terms of handling setbacks, even when it came to work, right? When Dad was alive and we had this flood, and all of a sudden my processing plant and everything was underwater, and I was like, what the hell has just happened?
I remember that time.
And my dad was like, relax, and it's nothing that you can't handle. And I was, and I'm so glad actually to have had him as my mentor through a couple of really tough times. And I've seen my father go through a lot of tough times. And, he's like, that's just the nature of life and the nature of work. And you've got to just take it in your stride.
So it's just
and
really
move ahead.
a very healthy attitude.
It was just, and Baban has the same, when I'll complain about
he's
something.
Just upbeat.
So he's like, Faizan, it's all part of the thing. It's fine. Nothing's going to happen. It won't break you. It will only make you stronger. So I think that kind of support has really kept me through. I think losing my dad was probably the hardest thing in this world. And of course, now my mom. But, he always told me, you don't worry. If anything happens to me, badda mara manas, tari saate, they'll all stand by you.
Yeah.
And I cannot tell you, he passed away and then there was an issue at our breeder farm, and I couldn't even imagine, that was happening to us, right? And I had never kind of seen that kind of loss and mortality, and I'd never seen it. I'd never lost so much of money in 1 month. I was just like, what the hell? And I can't tell you how each person on the team, and they've been people who work with my dad for 27 years, 28 years, have all stood up and kind of taken me through. So it's, life throws challenges at you, but really, you have angels that come out of various places.
Absolutely.
Who hold you together and kind of take you through it. And I'm such a believer in that.
And I think eventually good parents end up leaving us with themselves in us.
Yeah.
And all that good, bad, ugly, whatever it is, and all that people become us.
And I think that, when you say legacy, so yes, I've inherited the Zorabian chicken and, but I think the greater legacy is the people that have come with it, all 700 of them.
So being a professional woman, a juggler, how do you manage to run it all? Household, career, business, all at the same time. You're a superwoman really, so what is your superpower?
I am not a superwoman. I am a complete wreck. I think
Take it off.
No,
edit all this.
It's a fact. I'm not a superwoman. I wish I was. I'm not.
No, but it's nice to know that being human, how do you deal with it?
Yeah.
Because
so it's tough. It's tough.
all of us women, I think, literally are superwomen. Even the householder, even the homemaker is a superwoman. She's a million things to juggle. How does one do it? Is
just realizing that perfect doesn't exist. And perfection doesn't exist. So, and I think the minute you kind of let go of that, I think, the zillion voices in your head kind of calm down. So there are a lot of things that I do right. So of course I'm, running my business not perfectly, but extremely well. And I'm doing, Zorabian's doing great. My children, with God's grace, are like, happy, full, sorted, good kids. So hugely successful on that front. But am I the best?
So you prioritize.
But am I like the best housewife? Maybe not. My mother would say, "Do you even know what's in your kitchen?" And maybe I would not. I'm not a great friend. Like I don't. I struggle to find a balance, and maybe that's like something I need to work on for sure.
But you prioritize what's important: the children, the values,
But I could do much more.
We're always falling short.
Yeah, I could do really, really much more. But I saw this Indira Nooyi thingy where when she was chosen as the CEO of Sicko, and she came home and she broke the news to her family, and her mom asked her, "There's no milk in the fridge." I don't know whether you've heard that. And
yes,
then she
I
goes
have.
back and she was like,
that is really interesting.
And I was just like, wow, okay, so it's like.
Wherever you are, whoever you are at home, you are one of us.
Like, exactly.
Where's the milk?
So, and that perfection doesn't exist. Yeah, that some balls are going to kind of, fall all over the place. And
and I think it works to just say what's urgent right now. Let me deal with it first.
What's urgent and what's important, right? Yeah. Which is most.
And if I don't deal with what's important now, it's going to become urgent.
My dad would always tell me, work is never going to stop. So don't think by going completely mental with your hours, life is going to ease out for you.
Yeah.
It's going to continue.
Right.
So he would always say, try and find a balance.
Right. Good
advice. My mother
advice.
would always say, enjoy life a bit.
And your parents enjoyed life.
Totally,
Your father
totally,
he took the time out, he enjoyed himself.
And my mother's only grouse with me is I don't do that, right? So it's like live, find that balance, because, she would say, well, sell the business off if it's going to drive you crazy like this. So I think finding that balance is so important. Yeah. And I struggle. We all do.
We all struggle, we all get there, we all fall off the bandwagon and we're back on top.
Exactly.
So it's all good. You and Baman, you all make an ideal, gorgeous fairy tale couple. आप पहले कब और कहाँ और कैसे मिले थे?
Baman's brother Percy invited me for उनका एक स्कूल था, रुस्तम जी का स्कूल था, और जहाँ पे they were having this competition at the NCPA called the Unsung Hero, which was about finding the best teacher of India, and so the teachers from all across India who would come in for this event. And I was invited as one of the judges at the NCPA. And Baman Irani, the actor, was one of the judges. I was one of them. Priya Dutt was one of them. And Piyush Pandey was one of them. And like any event, I went. My mom was like, listen, it's a teaching thing. Wear a sari, look a little elegant. So I wore a pretty little sari, and I, got late. And I landed up at the NCPA late. I see I walk into the Tara Theatre and it's all empty. And there's just one man standing there with this grouch on his face, and he's like, "You're late."
Yeah.
I said, "I'm so sorry." I'm telling him, like, what the hell? I was like his chief guest, and it's okay. I've come from Bandra, from to Nariman Point. I got traffic. It was late.
And no flyovers and...
no, and there was no no ma'am, it's okay. Nothing. This cocky little guy.
Yeah.
And anyway, I said, listen, I'm so sorry, I'm late, whatever. And he was just very ill. And the lights were off in the auditorium, the Tara Theatre. Now, I'm in contact lenses. I'm in a sari.
So
I'm wearing high heels.
Oh gosh.
And I have to go down those stairs. And it's dark. So I held on to his hand because I would have fallen. I didn't want to trip and go tumbling down the stairs. So I just held his hand down. Anyway, we went backstage, met all the judges, came in, whatever. We started the event got over, finished the event. And Baman, at the end of the event... So I take it
that was Baman.
Yeah, that was Baman.
Right.
Yeah. And at the end of the event, he said, the chairman and the managing director of Rustamji, can you please come on stage? And then it was that guy who pulled me.
The rude fellow.
The rude guy.
Moody fellow. Okay.
Right? And then he spoke. He was a really nice guy when he was speaking. And then the first one he acknowledged were all the Didis of the Rustamji school and
How
the real
sweet.
heroes. And they called him on. I was like, what a nice guy.
Yeah.
And of course, after that we had this press thing that we met, and then we went in for the cake cutting, and then he said, then we were like talking and laughing, and then he's like, let's catch up. And I'm like, yeah, sure. And he called me up the next day. He asked me out lunch. I said no. Dinner. I said no. He said, did you at least drink coffee? I said, yeah. And then I went out for a cup of coffee with him.
So he changed his mind pretty fast.
I met him every single day after that.
Oh wow!
Every single day, and we just like he'd meet me for dinner, and we'd go yap 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 yap. He'd finish his day of work, and like he was like, I don't want to be your best friend. You know what I'm saying? But it just started off as like a really solid friendship. Of course, he tells my kids whenever we go to the Tala Theatre that I saw your mama at the bottom of the stairs, and at the time she walked up, I knew this is the girl I'm going to marry.
Really?
He says that today.
Wow.
And of course I said, you didn't look like you wanted to marry me, because the kind of attitude he gave me towards the end. But did I know it was him? I met someone who kind of like could, I'm not saying control me, but who was able to handle me. I don't know how to say that in a good way, in a very nice solid way. And I could talk to him, and I could yap and talk to him, and like he listened, and he was sensible, and he was so I think 1 month into meeting him, I pretty much knew.
Nice.
Yeah,
how lovely that is. How fairy tale that is.
That's definitely. Even now, our best times are when I'm on a walk with him and I can just talk to him.
So I think that then covers my next question, because that was going to be, what would be the main bonding factor in your marriage?
Chai.
I suppose.
Chai.
Chat.
Morning
happens over
chai. Morning chai.
Yeah.
Where I could just, of course he says, I don't want to hear about your chicken Farizad, because it's always telling,
Right.
So just the conversation.
That you can yap.
That I can, and I can just say anything, and I can just, and he listens.
Right.
My happiest moments are when I'm he tries to drag me for a walk so that I, take care of my health. But the conversations I have with him when I walk, the conversations we have when we're on a bike together. So those are really, those
to
are
be
really,
much cherished.
those are the really, And he's a great husband.
That's fantastic.
He's taken great care of my parents.
Yeah.
He's
family
he's the older brother to my brothers. He's looking out for all of us.
Yeah. So Perizad, what were the highlights you would say of your acting career?
Bollywood Calling was my first film with Nagesh Kukunoor, and I loved Hyderabad Blues. So I was just I'm going to do one movie and ek film kar lungi, or that's it. And I literally asked
Is that
my
the
dad,
bargain you made with your father?
I said, Daddy, 1 month, I'll go to Hyderabad, I'll shoot, I'll come back, and that's it.
You have a very lovely film city in Hyderabad.
Yeah,
I was amazed to see it.
Yes, we were in Ramoji Rao. I saw Hyderabad Blues with Nagesh. I loved the film. I said, Dad's an English movie. And who would have thought that I would be an actress? I was like, and my dad is like, ballet ki do, I ki do, theatre ki do. Can't say. I feel like one English movie. And that time there was no this offbeat Indian cinema. No one imagined that it would go into into a whole career, right?
Yeah.
And a whole wave, a whole new kind of cinema came into play. So I love Mumbai Matinee as well with Rahul Bose. It was so quirky and lovely. I love Morning Raga with Shabana Azmi, where I kind of had to learn Carnatic music. But of course, Joggers Park was the super duper hit, and now it's of course a Bollywood classic on most of the airlines. If you see Bollywood classics, you see, Joggers Park. And I think the highlight was also working with Mr. Bachchan for Rekha Ajnabi.
Right.
It was the most amazing experience.
Yeah.
And so I think I'm so fortunate. I did some 13 movies, and all of them were small films. All of them were offbeat. As my daughter said, not mainstream Bollywood. Mama, why didn't you? But I got Om Puri in my first. I had Rahul Bose, I had Shabana Azmi, I had Victor Banerjee and Amitabh Bachchan. Not bad, right? Not bad for someone who had no clue, whose main goal was to sell chicken, and she kind of got sidelined into this. I was so lucky and fortunate.
Exciting life and times.
And I was lucky, right? And I did things that I got to work with some India's greatest actors and great directors, and a fun experience. It was super.
And a relatively easy break, wasn't it?
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to struggle the way you hear some people struggle at all.
No. As Mona Irani was a family friend. I was at her kid's Navjot, and she offered me Fair and Lovely. And then she called me again and said, listen, he wants an English-speaking girl for Bollywood Calling. I'm like, I had a friend from the US who was down. And Mehdi was like, yeah, PZ, let's go. I said, come Mehdi, let's go. And I went and I auditioned. And it was, but he wanted a fresh face. And he, you know, I was just out of Strasbourg. And it came into my lap.
Yeah, fantastic,
you know? Yeah. But you know, they say, right, like, there's The Alchemist, right? The beginner's luck.
Yeah, well, you went pretty far with that. That wasn't just beginners. You went really far.
But sometimes it's like, it's also beginner's luck.
I mean, there have been people sitting in that chair telling me about their desperate struggles and many times over and how they had to reinvent and try here and there. They went to rock bottom and scraping the bucks at the bottom of the barrel, etc. None of that with you. You were into your family or chicken, and this just happened to happen.
And I went, I shot the film, I came back, and I was back with Jabbar Bhai and Hamid Bhai and this Bhai, that Bhai selling my chicken. So it was.
When you started acting, which was a bit of a left turn,
right?
How many years did you act?
So I started when I came back from the US for my MBA, 97. So 97 mid. So 98, 99, 2000, 1, 2, 3, 4.
7 years.
7 years.
13 films, not bad. Not bad.
Yeah, but offbeat movies, right? So I would shoot a film, come back and go back into the office and work with that. And when he came to a point when he said, you know, Parizad, you either do this or you do this. And there's a security net. But whatever you do now, give it your best shot. Don't be half here, half there. You know, ek pag here, ek pag there. That's in Gujarati that they would say. Don't do that.
So that is when you decided you wanted to step over.
Then he said, just give it your best shot then. So then I think the last maybe 2 or 3 years, I didn't do Zorabian at all. I just focused on, you know, being an actor.
But then you switched.
And then I got married.
To Zorabian.
Then I got married. And then I went back to Zorabian.
Okay, so when you got married, you decided not to act and just to go with Zorabian?
And then I went back into Zorabian and I got married and I, got pregnant. And then I was like, I'm not going to consider at home. So I went back into Zorabian and I, started working on.
So your position in your family is very clear.
Yeah.
As to how it was very equal.
Yes.
Okay. And maybe
my position in my marriage also is very clear.
Great. So, rapid fire?
Yeah.
Family or friends?
Family.
Host or guest?
Guest. I'm lazy.
Kala या सफेद? आज तो दोनों है.
Both. I love both. But if I had to choose between, white.
Honesty or discretion?
Discretion. There are so many times I just wanna
say it like it is.
Just let loose.
Like what? Oh my God, you become so fat and ugly.
No.
But you hold back.
No, but even like at work, right? Like I just wanna sometimes just say like, are you serious?
Yeah.
Like, and I have to just like
wisdom.
Suck it up and just say like, okay, maybe we can do it this way. Oh, so like, so I'd be lying if I said like I don't use discretion. I have so much of it.
Pahad ya jungle?
Jungle. Any day.
Champagne and strawberries or vada pav and cutting
chai. Come on. I mean, come on.
There's a bit of both
God.
In you.
Oh my God. Please, you give me vada pav and you give me, bhajia and you give me samosa. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh my God. Like any day. Any day. You want to make me happy? Like one samosa and my life is set.
Super. We can make you happy today.
No, we don't. No. I want on a mission.
Cat or dog?
Dog.
Favorite food?
Sepri.
Favorite Parsi dish?
Tansak. Love.
You're sounding like Shamak now.
And that rice. And that, oh my God, love. Like love.
Yeah. Namkeen ya meetha?
Namkeen.
Modern or traditional?
Modern.
Being right or being kind?
Being kind.
Aapka fitness mantra?
I think happiness for me is a big one. Because if I'm not all there, it shows physically on my body.
Your safe space?
My family. My husband.
Lovely. Thank you so much, Parizad.
Thank you.
Was very, very happy to have you on our show, finally.
Yes, I'm so happy to be here. And I think I wish you great success, Nawaz. I know you personally, and I'm just so happy the world's going to get to see the kind of person that you are. Because you're so special. Like, you're just so incredible. They're gonna be super duper.
Thank you.
Cheers to Nawaz talking.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Cheers.
to hot water.
to everything, to it all.
I love you.